Hey, Pure Heart. Hey, Jonathan. How are you, baby? Okay, thank you, Shyness. You can post your question. Did y'all have a good day or a good week so far? I hadn't seen y'all since like Sunday or Monday or something. You know what I don't like is that YouTube changed it where I can't see y'all's real username anymore. All right, anything regarding what you see coming in love? All right, let's see. Hey, John, how are you? See, it doesn't even say John's regular name. All right, anything regarding what I see coming in love? They need to change that back. They probably don't care what I think because I'm a little channel, but you can't recognize the people that come in your room as easily. Hey, Donna. And Pure Heart, if you hang around, I'll get your question, baby. I just read it. All right. Anything regarding what is coming in love? You too, John. It's Scorpio season, y'all. It started today, I think. I looked it up on my phone. We've officially hit Scorpio season. I don't know what that means for us, but I wanted one to pop out, Shyness. The moon came out. Okay, what else? The first thing I'm getting, Shyness, is stand your ground when it comes to anything that comes in, whether it's new people or people with the same energy of an old person. Because the Four of Cups can say anything that has shown up recently or that is going to show up is most likely going to be something that you would kind of be settling for. And the reason why I'm saying the Four of Cups is because there's 2 pages in the reverse. And sometimes when I get the Page of Pentacles reversed, it's like Spirit telling me there may be a repeat of an energy. Even if it's a brand new person, it's like a repeat of a lesson you've learned. And a random example, it don't have to be this, but a random example can be that, you know, when you dated the last 2 people, they would not keep their word. When they told you they would do something, they wouldn't follow through. That's just an example, right? So then you meet a new person and they seem to be okay for a week or 2, and then you start to notice that they don't do what they say. Their words and actions don't match. So you got two choices, right? You can kind of settle for something you're not satisfied with, the Four of Cups, or you can say, you know what, I'm going to stand my ground, Four of Pentacles. Also, the four is symbolic of stability, and this is like energetic stability. So what am I going to do? I'm going to choose energetic stability. And this is so annoying when you want love to come in. I'm assuming you want it to come in if you're asking, right? But I have to say that because I'm not going to tell you to go give this energy a chance if it's something you're going to end up dissatisfied with. So the key is let your energy tell the universe your order, right? And your order is something you don't want to settle for, something that matches who you are, which is the Queen of Cups. You're showing me an energy of the Queen of Cups, nurturing, a good heart, very giving. If a partner comes in and gives 110%, you're probably going to give 120 when you're the Queen of Cups in the upright. So the Sun card is a very happy energy. That's not settling at all, but that's at the bottom. So what your assignment is, which is a lot easier said than done, is not to worry. And this ain't something you got to do with words. It's something you got to like work on your energy and do. And if you've already been doing it, that's great. But it's like your timeline is showing me that there's someone here, one or two people possibly, either they're from your past and you've already dealt with this before and they're going to try to come back in, or it'll be a new person that might initially seem okay for a little bit, but then you're going to notice some similarities to past lessons you've learned in love. So instead of going through the whole repeat cycle, just go ahead and stand your ground. If you can get only one sentence from this reading, it is stand your ground, because with the Sun and the Queen of Cups, Ace of Wands, and the underlying energy is the Ten of Cups. This is ultimate happiness, but it came out at the end after these lessons. Even the Seven of Cups is here, but then there's the Ace of Cups under it, so it's a repeating storyline. It's like energetically you've got to stand your ground, and when options come in a way that reminds you of something from the past, or if it's a past person trying to do the same thing over again and you're repeating a lesson, stand your ground so that you can actually get the real Ace of Cups. So that might be the main thing you have to do, is hold your ground. Don't give in to someone who isn't somebody you want to keep long term. Don't settle. Don't settle and stand your ground, because even the moon came out in the beginning, so it's already a hazy energy. That's the first card, is the answer card. So what is coming towards you might be something that you don't want to have to settle for. Don't get bored and settle either, just in case that happens. Because I do see the Ten of Cups as the underlying energy. It's just not something that you have in this moment. Use your action to show the universe that you're not going to accept these pages in the reverse. And like I said, it may be more than one, only because this multiple option card shows up. Seven of Cups is a multiple options. But then here's the Ace. And if you're the Queen of Cups and you stay in that energy, you attract what you are, and you stay in it and you don't give in to these page energies, I feel like you'll attract something that is a match to you, which would be your Ten of Cups. Even I do this, not just with love, but like if you're trying to manifest a certain car, or you want a house in a certain neighborhood, but if an opportunity comes up before you get the thing you actually want, and then you take it, it's usually from a place of fear, right? Well, I don't know what else is going to come up next. My ego can't plan what could possibly come up better than this. It's the only thing I can perceive in this moment, so I'm going to take it. Just don't do that. I know I've done it a million times, so just don't do that. Don't settle. When a new person shows up and shows interest in you, keep in your mind that would this person match a Queen of Cups energy? Like when you get off of my live, go read about the Queen of Cups, her qualities. Who does she deserve? And if that person, no matter what words are coming out of their mouth, their actions, their patterns of behavior, how consistent are they with their communication? If it doesn't match the Queen of Cups, then it tells you what you need to know. So you got to tell me if this makes sense, Shyness. I'm going to give you an oracle card. Hey, Lucky Girl and Claudia. I'm not going to say this person's name out of like anonymity. I don't know if she wants me to say her name. Y'all would know it, but she's from a long time ago, and I think about her a lot now. I hope I've helped more than one person, but there is this lady that used to come and get readings from me all the time. And if she comes in here, of course, I'll ask her, but I never see her anymore. So what I'm getting at is she started that whole journal thing with the transmutation. And she told me about it, and then she ended up getting in this good relationship. So I thought, like, that's probably why I don't hear from her, but I thought about maybe I can make a guided journal that you can do transmutation with. Y'all should tell me what y'all think. There's 7 people in here. Y'all need to tell me. Alright, this one says, even the hardest puzzles hold a solution. And whatever frequency you're in when the puzzle comes up, it's like, for me, you have to get into a different state or a different frequency for the solution to show up, whether it's mentally or whether it's in your reality. So whenever something is going on out here and it's really beating you up, basically what it's saying is, go in here and let's see what's going on. What am I thinking and feeling? What can I control internally to get the solution to show up? I hope that makes sense. This one says, escape the ordinary. And I feel like for you, this means don't settle for just some ordinary option. Don't settle for something ordinary. You think so, pure heart? Like a guided, like to transmute energy, right? Everybody can do it different ways. But that's the way that's helped me the most. And then maybe I could even do a digital one so it wouldn't cost a bunch of money. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wouldn't cost the people. And then if they, I don't know, if they wanted one that was actually a physical book that they could write in, somehow do it through Amazon. But if it's digital, like, you could pay very little money for it. I mean, like 99 cents or something. Just so everyone could, like, you could take the digital one. This is just what my brain has been thinking. You could take the digital copy, like if you only spent 99 cents on it or some small number. I don't know how much you're required to charge through Amazon. But I would make it very, very cheap, like dirt cheap. You could just go buy you a notebook from the dollar store and then use the journal prompts to do the transmutation on your own. So that way, you know, you don't have to put 20 bucks into it. Hey, Teresa. Your friend is coming in. All right, Shyness. And your third one says, remember to wear your self-confidence, rock it and own it. So this is about, again, I know you're tired of my mouth, but don't settle. Remember the Queen of Cups, a confident Queen of Cups. That's the only people you allow access to your energy. That can help many people that need help in that area. I'm glad you think that. I was just wondering, it's worth a shot even if only 5 people use the thing. Because it actually helped me. And I still do it to this day, but I just do it at my, in my regular journal. Well, thank you for listening at work. I don't know what your name is because YouTube has changed the way they show the username now. Okay, Teresa, thank you, baby. All right, Jonathan, let's see what you got. I hope you're still in here to hear me. What is the tea? Jonathan just done brought out, what is the tea? What is the tea in my village when stood up for myself and I ended a fake friendship in public? How do they talk about me behind my back? Do you mean your friend? How does your friend that you ended it with talk about you behind your back? Jonathan? I'm proud of you. If they were being mean to you and you stood up for yourself, who are you asking me about? Hey, Fiona. I hadn't seen you in a while. The people in your village. Thank you, Teresa. It's just popped up on my phone. Thank you very much. You mean the people that seen you end it publicly? All right. I hope I'm saying the name right. Beta? You'll be next, okay, after Jonathan. Thank you very much, Teresa. Teresa be hooking them up, her friends up with a reading. I've accepted that that's Teresa's love language, and I'm going to learn to say thank you, because you know what Teresa is basically teaching me? I know Jonathan wants me to answer his question, but I got to just go with this, right? Because somebody else might need to hear this, either after the live uploads or right now, because I'm being really vulnerable with y'all right now, for real. So I am not good at accepting not just money, but like help from other people. I'm used to being like the mom. I'm used to being the one that picks up the food for everybody, make sure everybody eats, make sure everything is done like it's supposed to be done at home. I'm very independent at work. I'm saying it's good to be independent, but I am independent like to a fault, if that makes sense. So like if somebody tries to do something nice, I will feel guilty for accepting it, right? So I know on a deep level that subconsciously that blocks my blessings sometimes, not just with this, but in anything in general. So I'm learning that through Teresa giving me donations. I'm just saying, because I don't ever want to make nobody feel like they have to pay for things, right, just to come in here. But then at the same time, if they want to do it and they're doing it out the love of their heart, then I need to learn to say thank you instead of trying to throw it back on them. Energetically, I'm pushing away what they're trying to give me, you see? Not just Teresa, but like everywhere in my life, that's true. See, y'all get it. When you're used to being the one that's the giver all the time, then whenever someone gives to you, it makes you feel guilty. That means you need to work on that thing, whatever it is. I'm sorry, Jonathan. It's 2:45 a.m. I'm about to do your reading. Okay, let me do it. Jonathan said, "Damn it, it's 3 in the morning. I done donated. Answer my damn question." All right, I'm doing it. Let me see. The people that you ended this friendship in public with, you want to know how they think and feel about you, what they're saying. All right, I'm checking right now. I'm sorry. Jonathan trying to give me the cyber slap down. I remember, Jonathan, when you were in here not long ago, you had some issue with someone messing with your card or something. I hope you got that fixed. without having to pay a bunch of money. All right, Jonathan, let's see. You want to know, how do they talk about you behind your back? The Queen of Wands popped out in the answer position, so no matter what comes out, there is like a, you know the movie Stella Got Her Groove Back? I always think of that with the Queen of Wands, so that's the energy behind it, okay? This is someone who kind of, you know, they're not saying a whole lot about you behind your back. I keep flipping because I was thinking something could come up. I think when it initially happened, Jonathan, so initially when it happened, there might have been some ruckus about it with the Three of Cups reversed, saying that, you know, this or that happened from whatever they seen. Because Three of Cups reversed can be about people not being on the same page together. There can even be some pettiness back and forth. Like they could have described that situation in that way. That this is something that's not going to resolve itself. Ten of Swords. That is something that's permanently dented here with the Ten of Cups reversed and the Ten of Swords upright. Like this is a new cycle, a new chapter. In other words, this friendship is done from their perception. But the reason why I'm saying they're not sitting here talking bad about you, they're not like shit talking you, is the Four of Swords is here, which is like, you know, peaceful energy. They might have thought about the situation after it happened, but there wasn't a lot of messages and back and forth communication. The Eight of Wands is reversed. The Knight of Swords is also reversed. So this is like, there's not a lot of like, I think it's more in your mind than theirs, if that makes sense. Six of Swords upright. This is like them moving past it. So let's pretend it happened today, right? They might have all discussed it among each other, and for the next few days, they might tell each other about it. But it's not something that is being just thrown out everywhere. The only thing I see is like they see you as someone who's willing to stand your ground with the Queen of Wands and the Ace of Cups. You did what was best for you. But that's not a bad energy. I mean, they're not just jaw-jacking about you. Initially, when it happened, they might have brought it up. But there's not a lot of talk. From the way you described the situation, I kind of expected, honestly, like, you know, some Seven of Swords or at least some communication cards, right? With deceit around it. But they're not doing that. Let me just get another deck and clarify what I got. But it's like coming out the reverse of talking about it. Kind of like not really feeding it much energy. The Lover's reverse came out. So even if it wasn't nothing but a friendship, this is saying like from their perception, there's a permanent dent. This connection is kind of like damaged goods. It's not going to come back together, or they don't think it will. Yeah, the Sun reversed. There's no hope that it's going to come back together. But again, Star card, you had to do what was best for you. Ace of Cups, Star card, Queen of Wands. You took the action to do what was best for you. That's how they perceive it. Whether that's true or not, I don't know, but that's how they're seeing it. Hierophant in the upright. Page of Cups reversed. Again, no communication. They might have felt like this built up over time. But I even see a little bit of respect for your name. I mean, the Hierophant card, that's a respectful energy. It's not like, I don't see any shit talking really. I mean, unless it's what you already know about. I don't see people just going behind your back and just constantly jabbering about it. Except for maybe like when the immediate timeline of when this thing happened, they might have talked about it. But kind of like when you're in high school, you know, how something will happen and then a rumor will get started. It'll go all over the school. But then next week, the new rumor's there. So that one's the old news and no one brings it up, even if they talked about it shortly in the moment, you know, in the heat of the moment. After that, I don't see that. They perceive you as someone who, at least somebody here has like put some respect on your name when they talk, and they think you're someone that would take up for yourself and do what you feel is best for you. Star card, Ace of Cups. That's a self-love, authentically looking out for yourself energy. I don't think they think that you did it in a hateful way, or you're an evil person, or you're bad, or you were the only one wrong. I don't think they see it that way. So you got to let me know if this makes sense, Jonathan. Oh, wait, you're talking and I ain't reading none of this. I'm a people pleaser too. All right, let me see what you said. R and Karen kept on triggering me, and I know they don't talk, think the same as them too, but how do the villagers talk about it? Does this make sense, Jonathan? Because I didn't see what you typed until now. So if the villagers, who you're calling the villagers, if that's someone who's seen that situation and they know a little bit about you, I feel like that is someone who is thinking that you stood up for yourself, and that whatever happened between you and the other people that triggered you is not going to come back together successfully. They seen it. Okay. Am I still muted? I'm sorry. You'll be next, Teresa's friend. I'm sorry. I just muted Jonathan on his last little pull. Can you hear me now? I accidentally muted y'all. Are y'all good now? Is it Mercury retrograde already? My bad. Jonathan, it's literally repeating itself. Okay, the Three of Cups reversed. This is a whole nother deck, by the way. That's what you got a while ago. That there is no way, from their perspective, the villagers that seen this, there is no way, in their opinion, this is what they've said about it, that it's not going to come back together between you and these people. So as these people seen that, they feel like you're not in the wrong. Whatever they seen about it, or whatever they know about the other people that triggered you, they may know something besides what happened between you and them. Like, they may know these people in general, in like the way they are, because they see you as the King of Pentacles. And remember, they also seen you as the Hierophant in this other deck, which is Taurus energy. Very grounded and stable energy. The Three of Pentacles is here. So they see you as someone who's a very stable-minded person. So for you to respond in that way, they feel like it was, you know, you were pushed to your point. So I don't think that they think anything or say anything bad. The only thing is they feel like you and the people that triggered you are not going to resolve this issue or come back to, you know, a reconciliation point, and it's because of it being y'all are totally on the different pages now, you know. Two of Cups reversed. But they see you in a good light even though this happened. So what I mean is, just because you show out or say something in front of people, initially they might talk shit, but if they know your reputation, they're going to know, well, what did that other person do to cause it, right? So that's the way I feel this is. Because, yeah, they might have talked about it in the beginning for a day or two, but I don't think long term this is on their mind. They've already moved forward from it with the Six of Swords. So they still see you as a very stable, grounded person despite this happening. So if I was you, I wouldn't put too much worry in it, honestly. All right. I got to do a reading for Miss Teresa's friend. So anybody that asks us a question, I got to do her reading, and I got to finish Jonathan. All right, Jonathan, I'm going to give you an oracle, and then I'll be on Teresa's friend. Beta is up, yes. Am I saying her name right? Just tell me that. I don't like saying people's names wrong. All right, Jonathan, you deserve the cherry on top. So don't beat yourself up if you had to show out. Sometimes you have to show up and show out when people push you to your point, you know. Let love sink its teeth into your heart. I don't feel like you have no problem with that because you be asking me about all these women. I'm just trying to make you laugh. And the last one is every day is a fresh new start, meaning that you should not really worry about this situation because these people are on to new topics. All right, Beta, let's see what your question is. Hold on. All right, Beta, you can post your question, baby. All right, Jonathan, I'll do your next question after I get done with Beta, okay? Oh, I said it fine. Okay. Lucky, what you mean? Your car is, you sold your car. So you're not going to have your car? And you're going to be trying to start your business? Okay, good deal. You write in the questions. I got you. Fiona, I hope you've been doing good. I hadn't seen you in the lives lately, so I missed you. If you're still in here. Well, that's a good thing, Lucky, if, you know, like you need some money and it's like getting you ahead in your business. Honestly, I think I admire you jumping off like that, you know, with faith. All right, you want a general whatever comes out? If you have two questions, Beta, technically, Teresa's always sends enough for two readings. So if you have two of them, I'll do them. All right, let's see. Anything that comes out. When you say a general, do you mean like spiritual advice or any energy that you need to pay attention to in your life? Just whatever. 6 shuffles. Oh, that's a good car. A Forerunner. My car has been paid for like 2 years. I just keep driving it because I don't want a car payment. car payment stressed me out. All right, 2 more shuffles for Beta. General. A Gentral. Y'all remember them girls that used to say Dollar Gentral? All right, let's see, Beta. Anything that wants to come out for a general. The first thing that came to my mind when I pulled your reading as a general spread, right, is when I first learned how to read tarot, I made my first deck of cards. I was absolutely obsessed with it, and I was going through the lowest point of my whole adult life, and I kept always getting this card, the Strength card, right? So with that being said, and the other stuff that's showing up, I feel like you may be having... This may not be the right term for it. This is like Marley terminology, so I'm going to tell you what I mean, but kind of sort of like purge energy from your subconscious mind. The moon is reversed. That's why I'm saying that. And it could be manifesting as people treating you shitty with the Knight of Cups reversed, emotional manipulation coming from friends, family, co-workers, you know, anyone in your 3D world. You could be dealing with emotional manipulation from those people in some way. And it kind of just feels like once one obstacle hits you, another one comes in, and you just like feel like, what is this, right? I'm on like this bumpy ass road, metaphorically speaking, with all these potholes. But spiritually, this is like creating a new version of you. And this is not what you want to hear when you're going through it, because you're like, what the fuck does that mean, right? But the reason why I'm telling you that is this Hierophant card is here. And when Spirit is trying to mold you into a new version of you so that you can receive new blessings, and that way the people around you can be kind of like weeded out, if that makes sense. So it's like Spirit is intentionally opening your eyes to people around you so that you can, and do it in love. That's the key, because if you hold on to grudges, or you say, you know what, I can't believe you did me wrong, it makes us want to stay in a victim mentality. Because there should be a poster with my face on it for victim mentality, right? People done me wrong. And it's true, they did, and my feelings were valid. However, it was actually for a spiritual reason it happened. It's because I'm like getting my eyeballs opened so that I can become a new version. Death card is transformation. You're shedding a skin and you're getting a new one. It's like you're taking this outfit off, you're getting a whole new one. Imagine like the United States map, right? There's 50 states. Every single state is a set of thoughts and a set of experiences, a set of blessings, a set of challenges and obstacles. So when you move states, it causes a little bit of ruckus out here. But what it's going towards is good, is stable. King of Pentacles, 8 of Wands. Right now it feels like Knight of Pentacles, so you're having to like earn every bit of progress. There's a lot of resistance going on, but it's more like a purge. So whether you can make this make sense in your reality, the bottom line is a purge is more like, if it can go wrong, it will, but the result of it is you're becoming a new version of you by overcoming it. Now, as far as how I feel about spiritual attacks, for me, with the Hierophant upright, you know, you have protection as long as you use that power. So, you know, however you pray, I just talk to God every day. But, you know, pray protection over you, your life, and your loved ones. And it's in the upright. And I see actually the Eight of Wands with the King of Pentacles. So let's say you're having like trouble with your finances or trouble with managing your time. You even have the Nine of Cups at the end. This is like emotional fulfillment. But this guy, he didn't get to this energy very on an easy path, right? He became happy, whole, fulfilled, and complete within himself by not relying on anything out here but his internal world. And if you don't even know where to start, like you said, you feel like you're on a daily battle, start with like a random affirmation. It seems like it doesn't work, but you got to keep at it. Keep doing it and keep doing it. Something simple like, everything always works out for me. So when your brain starts to overthink and you start to feel anxiety welling up, you say a prayer and then you start to loop your affirmation. Everything is always working in my favor. I'm so grateful now that everything is working out in my favor. Everything always works out for me. My life is so perfect. And then you start to think this over and over. Take time for some peace and quiet, for some prayer and meditation. I wouldn't put too much energy into the thought of being spiritually attacked, because at the end of the day, even someone gossiping about you can be a spiritual attack, because it can be, we're all connected, so that can send energy to you. But when you work on internally what you're vibrating at, you get to a point where it kind of just rolls off. So I really honestly feel like if you just keep taking it a day at a time, maybe do some journaling and assign positive meanings to every shitty experience, then you'll see a slow, steady change and improvement for the good. It's not going to be in a day or two because it's the Knight of Pentacles, right? But when I say like journaling for transmutation, the way I do it is I like get my journal. I have a special journal for that. And I write down all the things I can think of that have given me a feeling of a low vibration, guilt, fear, shame, anger, sadness, all the things we don't want to feel, right? Anxious, nervous, overwhelmed, overthinking. What's causing it? What happened to me out here that's causing it? So write it down. Anything you can think of. There's no wrong way to do it. Just write that shit down. Randomly write it down. And then as the days progress, assign yourself, I don't know how busy you are, but if you can manage to carve out 30 minutes a day for yourself somewhere, and you got to carve it out so you'll stay consistent. Every day, get this journal out and start assigning positive meanings. Whatever the positive meaning is, there's no wrong answer. Even if you don't know what it is, you make it up to start with, because we got to fake it till we make it, right? And eventually, it might be 6 months after you've really got this going, right? So don't give up mid project. Even if it's 6 months later, you'll be sitting there one day and you'll say, that person that stole that my last $50, I'm so grateful because of how resourceful I became at the grocery store. I know that sounds annoying, but I'm just giving you a random example. That's how you transmute the negative energy. Because a lot of times your anxiety is built off of a long-standing pattern of negative thoughts. And we do it without thinking. It's on autopilot. So you're not doing anything wrong. You just got to rewire it. And sometimes it's a slow process and sometimes it's painful. But the very fact that you're having anxiety from all of it means spirit is intentionally shoving it in your face. The moon reversed is part of an awakening process. So you're waking up to all this bullshit. You're going to become the version of yourself through spiritual strength, Hierophant the Strength card, that can overcome the challenges. And then when you get on the other side of it, you're going to look back and see how all of it actually helped you. But it's not easy to see while you're in the fire. You're being forged in the fire, right? How they do metal. It's just part of the process. Like diamonds. Diamonds are formed under pressure. And it don't feel good when you're in it, but once you make it through your first big mountain of stress, pain, obstacles, and challenges, and you kind of like overcome it with the help of God, basically, then you see how it molded you into a better version of you. So I just feel like you're going through like a little purge. And you just kind of have to take control of your thoughts in little ways, even if it's just journaling 30 minutes a day. All the shitty things that are happening and assigning positive meanings to it. Exactly, Lucky, because she got the Scorpio death card. So it is definitely a phoenix rising from the ashes energy. At the very end, she got the Eight of Wands with the King of Pentacles. This is about stability, energetic stability. And when I say energetic, I mean like you're stable and grounded within yourself, and that's a blessing. You are welcome. I hope it made sense. See, Jasmine, I'm glad you were in here, but it's true. And y'all, everything in our reality externally is a mirror, right? So it's teaching us something. And why else would diamonds be formed under pressure? That's to teach us humans that when we go through it, it's because it's changing who we are on an internal level. That's right. The thoughts are a bully that whisper in your ear. So, and also another thing, don't be hard on yourself if you have negative thoughts, because your brain is not you. You're not your thoughts anyway. You're the observer of the thoughts. And once you sit with that you're the observer of your thoughts, now you can take your power back. Slowly sometimes, but 1% better today than last week is 1%. And after a while, the momentum starts to increase and you get into the Eight of Wands. So it's a slow, steady process. It's not easy, but you just got to do the quiet internal work. And I would get me a journal that I only done like transmutation stuff in. And with some time, I feel like you'll see a difference. Just don't forget that you're becoming a new version of yourself, and try to cultivate some joy or excitement about that, even though you have to have blind faith, right? That's true. But I promise you it is. The only thing you have to do to start with is believe it and then consciously take control of what's going on up here. I've seen the times it gave me a headache because I was trying to tell myself everything in my life was perfect when shit was falling apart. But you just got to just keep doing it anyway. You being forged in the fire. Thank you, Beta. You are very welcome. Because I'm right there with y'all. I go through the same crap as y'all. The channel helps me. If y'all say it helps y'all, it helps me too. I be struggling to practice my own stuff I preach too. And sometimes, life will be going good, so then we'll get prone, because we're in duality on this planet, we'll get prone to when life starts to go smooth for me, I'm prone to pick out small things and whine and bitch about them, right? And then I remind myself, look at what I've been through. How am I going to let this minute thing take me out of the state I want to be in? I want to be in the state with the good thoughts and the reality mirroring back the blessings. So I'm not going to make these problems big when I've been through this much stuff, and 100% of the time I conquered it, as you have too. If you're in this room, 100% of the days you've been on this planet, you've conquered that day. So that automatically tells you you're stronger than you think you are.
No, I finna be in a pit. Okay, y'all are chill over here.
In me talking junk. I get it, Teresa. I do get it. But I want you to think about it this way. Let's say you only help, the whole time you have your channel, you only help 3 people. And when I say help them, like you make enough of a difference that they think new thoughts, they take new action, and it really changes their world around, right? Well, all the people they affect is a ripple. So through you helping 3 and them 3 helping 5 and them 15 helping 10 and them 25 helping 2 and that makes 50. You see what I'm saying? So nothing you do is irrelevant. Like, even if it's only a few people that you say the right thing to or do the right thing for, it helps change the planet. Jonathan beating me up again. All right, Beta, I hope that made sense. And thank you, and don't give up. You just keep going. Hey, Dan the man. All right, Jonathan, 3:17 a.m. I'm coming. Let me see what you said your question was. Dan the man. Hey, John. If anybody said hey and I ignored you, I was running my mouth, so I didn't see you. And plus, y'all's screen names look different now, so I don't recognize them as good. You welcome, Beta. You very welcome. All right, Jonathan, is it in my best interest to be only just friends with Erna and not more people? All right, let me see how I'm going to ask that. I'm going to pull it like 2 spreads, and we're going to see what is the energy around you just selecting that one person as your soul friend, and what is the energy around you allowing more than that person in. And we're going to look at it that way so I make sure I tell you right. And not more. You just want to be friends only. Friends only. Erna is a player. Jonathan be having the tea. There you are again, Jonathan, the King of Pentacles. It's so funny when you use different decks and that same cards come out. Hey, Tanya. Tanya in the house. That's one step closer, Tanya. All right. So, Jonathan, the first spread, remember, is just if you allow this one person, the player, Erna, to be your friend, right? And you kind of like solely focus on her only. I feel like maybe that would work out for a very short amount of time. With the judgment there, it may work out for the very short amount of time. However, ultimately, you're going to feel stuck. You're going to feel like there needs to be more. Like your investments are wasted. When I mean investments, energy, time is energy, right? Your efforts, all of that stuff. Even if it's just friendship, you're going to feel like you need to open up to more than her. It's going to make you feel kind of stuck. And it's going to make you feel like drained in some way to be friends with just that person. And you got enough fire under your butt. You even got the 7 of Cups when I asked if you should only be friends with her. So the answer is no. But we'll still ask the second spread, you know, about expanding to other people. But the answer is definitely, I'm not saying you don't need to be friends with this person. Just be mindful about how you let them take advantage of your effort or time or money and all your resources, right? But just being friends with this one person, like solely, it's not going to feel right to you. Even the Hierophant reversed is there. So this person doesn't give an authentic enough connection for it to just be you and her as a friend. You said you knew. You called her a player and she got the 7 of Cups. So she definitely a player from the Himalaya. All right, let me see what you said. Also not friendship within my 3-woman friend group. So I don't understand your question, Jonathan. But they ain't seen us together, or the way the moonlight dances in your eyes. The good Lord calls one of us home, and the other won't have the other by their side. Maybe some things last forever after all. That just came up randomly in my earbud, so I had to make y'all suffer with it. I'm sorry, because that's a cool song. She is one of the 3 women within my friend group. So I feel like it's okay to be friends with her, but not just her. Does that make sense, Jonathan? You have a mean friend group? Well, why do you want to keep them around? Only thing that to me is just some strangers. It's a good song, Tanya. All right, I'm about to ask, is it good for you to keep this whole friend group? And then I'm probably about to tell you the truth about these little are they huzzies? He said just as entertainment. I can't with you, Jonathan. He said he got these huzzies friends as entertainment. You need you a shirt, like how we tell tarot readers say this is for entertainment purposes only. When you go out with your friends, you need to say for entertainment purposes only on the shirt, and they won't know why you're wearing it. All right, we about to ask. We about to ask, Jonathan. Jonathan hanging out with the mean girls, y'all. What we gonna do? Dan said, is the wet t-shirt not fun, Jonathan? Friends with sometimes benefits. I knew it. Now Jonathan getting to the meat of the situation. If you come out as the King of Pentacles one more time, I'm going to throw the King of Pentacles away. Dan, I didn't even get the joke until you said that. I had a fine choice of words, didn't I? You even got the 7 of Pentacles reversed. So honestly, these girls that we're asking about, they got some manipulative energy going on, Jonathan. They're kind of like catty, petty, that kind of energy. I don't think it's anything that's going to harm you, you know, but it can get to you when you're around that energy a lot. I would be very, you know, mindful about how much I let them affect my internal world when I'm around them, because this is a manipulation line card. So I'm not going to tell you not to be friends with someone because of the cards I get, you know. I'm just telling you that you're showing up as a King of Pentacles who's stable and consistent and keeps their word and things like, you know, a grounded energy. And they're showing up as catty. They could gossip at times. Maybe even if it ain't about you, it's just kind of like who they are, you know. and they could be spiteful even towards each other at times. I don't feel like permanent damage is here, but I do feel like eventually you're going to feel the need to drop them from the wayside with the death card, but it's a slow process. When the death card shows up as an ending with a person, it's not something that happens overnight. It's just like you'll grow apart, if that makes sense. I feel like ultimately you and these people will grow apart, but if you enjoy doing things with them, as long as you don't allow them to take advantage of you, of your time, effort, energy, money, all those things, then I feel like it's harmless. But at the same time, I feel like when you're ready, in due time, you will grow apart from these people in a slow, steady process. It'll just start to get to where you kind of just don't vibe anymore at some point. Four of Cups, Death card. And you'll like make a decision, even if it's just like an internal decision, to kind of like stop investing effort. But I don't feel like it's harmless. You know what I mean? If you want to hang out with them, just be mindful of how you if you just don't let them take advantage of you. That's the only thing. Because someone who's manipulative will say and do things to get their way. Just be one step ahead of the game and just realize who you're dealing with, so that you don't have to fall into any sort of manipulative trap. Then you'll be fine. But at the end of the day, I think you'll probably grow apart. It may take a year, you know. It may take 6 months, a year. Whatever time is really irrelevant. I just feel like it'll be like a slow process of you growing apart from them. But I think that's not anything that's surprising to you. You're probably already aware of this. Because the Four of Cups is here. It's just like it's someone to hang out with. Oh, hell, Jonathan. All right, good, you know. I'm glad that makes sense. I got to get some aloe water. Jonathan getting the tea over here. He got my face burning. Is this one of your friends too? She came in here for just a second, Dan, but then I told her I missed her, but I think she had already gone. I don't know if she's busy today, but she did come in the chat, but it was only for a minute. I seen her earlier. How about this, Jonathan? We're going to pull some cards and see if this person's energy tells me that that's something she, you know, does she have the attributes to do that? Like, is that the kind of energy she got going on? Let me see. I'm trying to figure, let's use this deck. I never understood cheating. Even when I was younger, like it never made sense to me, you know? Hey, Tanya, are you still planning for November 1st to be your posting day? If you're still in here. I was reading your messages you wrote up here. I still got the freaking sniffles or whatever the hell. I see a change in Petra, how she looks at me and other men. Her relationship isn't good with her man, she told me. All right. I got you. We ain't seen MILF Hunter in a while. If she's not actually cheating on this person, see, but I am not someone who just calls cheating the very act of cheating, okay? So to me, talking to other people with those, it's according to what your intentions are, right? And I'm just going to show you, she got the 8 of Wands, which is the talking card, with the Devil card. So you figure with the Ace of Wands, so I feel like there's at the very minimum some sort of flirty talking energy between her and the 3 of Swords, which can be a third party energy. So the thing is, this person just wants true authentic love. She's showing a Queen of Cups, right? So what she actually wants on a deep subconscious level is true authentic love. And it's like there is 9 of Cups reversed in her relationship. So she's got like a void in her heart that she needs to fill. But what she's got to realize is that she's got to fill the void on her own. Even the person she's with can't fill that void. But she feels like an empty sadness when it comes to her heart. Like she wants a true, authentic, emotional connection with someone. And I feel like whoever she's with is like she's having trouble feeling that. She has disappointment and sadness around it. She tries to like go back and forth because the 8 of Swords is an overthinking card. And so she'll get, it's almost like a cycle she's going through. She's overthinking it, feeling the need to fill this void in her heart, and then she tries to withhold from doing anything wrong with the Strength card and the Temperance and have patience with her and her relationship. But then it's like she still stumbles again. Ace of Wands, the Devil takes over, you know, and then she's either talking or flirting or something like that at the very least. It could be more, but I'm not 100% sure, so I'm not going to say that. But at the very least, there's like a flirty intention going on, talking to people outside of her connection, and it all stems from the fact that she feels a void in her heart. And even if she does act on dating other people, it's still not going to fill that void. That's the one thing she's going to have to determine within herself. It's like she wants a true love connection and she doesn't feel like she currently has that. Yeah, Jonathan, if I was you, even if you have like feelings for her and she has someone else, I would not engage. I'm not telling you that's what you have to do because you do what you want to do, but I'm just telling you as a friend named Marley, my opinion, right? If she's not having a whole relationship, she's at least talking to someone because the Devil card with the 8 of Wands. So she's at least rolling it around in her mind. I'll put it that way. And the Ace of Wands is even there. So with the 3 of Swords. So if you know that she has other men that she talks to, it's like she has this flirty thing going on. And it could just be an empty sex-based thing, or she could just be talking to them. And it could just be that. But it's not a healthy relationship that's going to last. It's like it's on its last leg. The devil with the Three of Swords is definitely something that the universe is trying to get you to get out of, but you keep staying at a door that's closed. That's how it feels. I've done that before. You stay even though you know that it's not for your best good. That's what this is. So she's at the very least, she has intentions of being flirty and talking to other people. It wouldn't surprise me if she admitted to you that she cheated on the person. But I'm not going to say that for sure, because I can't do that. I can't let myself determine that with my cards. But I will say that she has that energy in her spread with the Three of Swords and the Devil and the Ace of Wands. Like, you can't get any more straightforward than that. A third party energy with flirting and talking in a sexual way. That's basically what that means. And the sad part about all of this is it stems from this desire for true love with the Queen of Cups. Yes, Tanya, is 11/1 the day that you can post? Yeah, don't get caught up in this mess, Jonathan. So if you feel like you have feelings for her, just don't act on them. That's what I would say. Because she's coming from a very empty place. Like there's a void in her heart she needs to fill, if that makes sense. And it almost feels like she's going back and forth. Like Eight of Swords, overthinking the situation, trying to be patient, Temperance card to give it another chance, and then back to the Devil energy, having those temptations and flirting and talking with other people. So it's like a wishy-washy thing, back and forth. But at the end of the day, it stems from emptiness and loneliness on a heart level, wanting authentic love. But this ain't how you get it. This is a perfect example of how to not get it. She need to take her a solo journey and find her own love in herself and be your own best friend for a minute. If she asks you for advice, that's what you should tell her, Jonathan. Become celibate and get the love from your own heart. It works wonders. I'm living proof. You said the listing is 1029. The house show is 11/1. The slider in the freezer is a mess. No one told me they tripped and it's been unplugged. And the floor, the carpet, people messed up. Jonathan done asked me about a swingers party. I'm about to fall out my chair. What's the tea? Okay, Jonathan. This is for entertainment purposes only. Let me see what... Well, it still seems like you going towards the ultimate goal, Tanya. I know it's annoying. But the stuff you're listing feels like it's stuff you can overcome, Tanya. Me too, Dan. The highlight of, like, the exciting part of my day is, like, when the aloe water is in stock and I have enough to get, like, the whole week's worth at once. All right, Jonathan, I'm about to check. What do y'all say we try to use this Halloween deck? I have trouble reading this deck because it has bats instead of swords, and it has ghosts instead of cups, and pumpkins instead of pentacles. But are you good with it, Jonathan? We're going to try the Halloween deck. I've only used it a couple times. Miss Bikini sent it to me, and it is October, so. And it is a swingers question. That goes with the Halloween deck, I think. Oh, Erna done asked Jonathan to join the swinger party. Tony said, I left her none. I bought all of it. Erna done asked Jonathan to go to, like, people really do that? Like, I'm so sheltered. Thank the Lord. Oh my goodness. I would literally probably pass out. Me neither, Jonathan. If they're doing stuff like that, that's why they feel a void and an emptiness in their heart. I feel that, Tanya, on a deep level. All right, Jonathan, we about to use this dang deck. This dang Halloween deck. I don't know if she participated, but I feel like she went. I'm not going to say somebody participated from my decks because I'm too scared to be wrong about something like that, but let me show you why I think she went. Okay? You said, did she ask about the party? And like, did she go, right? Did she join it? And the Fool card came out. That's when someone gives in to this, right? And then you got this Ten of Cups. And then this deck is called the Ten of Ghosts. You see, it's like a party and all these people on the card. And I feel like nothing happens by mistake when it comes to the pictures on the cards and things like that. But it might have only been one time or something because the Ten of Swords did come out. So the Ten of Cups showed up and then the Ten of Swords. So maybe it was only a one-time thing, or it didn't last, or she came and left, or she didn't participate or something, but she gave in some sort of way. There's even a King and Queen of Swords here. So I think yes. Yes, I think yes. But it might have been like when she got there, the Six of Pentacles reversed, like she didn't think, like it wasn't what she pictured in some way or something like that. Yes, you need to get under your blankie, Tanya. Even this snake under the Two of Cups, Jonathan, that makes me feel like, yes, she at least went. She at least checked it out. He said, one time I thought so. They tried to get you to go with them? Yeah, I feel like she went and saw it. Because look at these cards. The Fool and the Ten of Cups. It looks like a freaking party. And the Fool is like taking that leap of faith and just doing it, you know? Even though you don't know what to expect. You just jump in. I would be so scared to do something like that. Am I sheltered, y'all? I I agree, Jonathan. No thanks. Me neither, Tanya. I could not imagine. Like, I believe in monogamy. Ain't that where you got one person? If I am going to have one, I just want one. Now, if someone wants to do that, more power to them, but I ain't coming. Dan said he don't want to have to tell the Lord. Yeah, I did. And then she said you had your chance. Amen, Tanya. Yeah, imagine having to go into the little booth if you're Catholic, because I could be wrong about this, but I'm pretty sure it's how it works. Like, if, just say you get your life right. You know them priests have heard that before. You get your life right after the fact, but you did it, so then you have to go to the little box and you tell him, and he has to hear all that. I will fall out my little box. I probably would pass out mid-sentence. When swingers came out my mouth to this priest man, I would fall off my chair. There's no telling what the poor priest has heard. Oh my Lord. Does he pray with you after you tell him? Or like, do you just feel better like you talk to a therapist kind of? That's pretty interesting. It's like he prays on your behalf. Exactly. Jonathan said, confession, sir. We went to a swingers party and met 2,000 people. I know that's right. Dan said, send them to France and go get blessed. Once I farted because I was on my knees, and once I was smelly and thought it was him. Poor Tanya. I'm sure farting ain't the worst thing he's dealt with. That's probably like least of his worries. On his list of top 10, Tanya, your fart wasn't on it. A 2,000 people swingers party and Erna went. That's a STD waiting to happen right there. As my grandma says, she left with something Ajax can't get off, Jonathan, so you be careful. Don't let her drink out your cup. That's all I'm going to say.
What's Ajax?
It's kind of like Comet. It's like a cleaner. Yeah, like a cleaner that can clean anything.
What she leave with? Herpes or something?
Exactly. It's just a safe. He listens and gives you a penance, something you got to do after you tell him your stuff. So what's an example? You don't have to tell me if you don't want to, Tanya, but like when you say something you got to do, what's an example of a penance? And she works as a nurse in a hospital. Holy crap, man. A 2,000 person swingers party. That should be illegal. Dan said, must be a hell of a coffee and cookies break in the seminary. Yeah, I know they can't tell people, but if they could, it'd be like, pass the Oreos, Bob. Let me tell you about Tanya had farted and then told me what she had did wrong, and I had to give her repentance. And then this other one came in and they went to a 2,000 person swingers party. I'm going to need an extra couple Oreos to get me through.
2,000?
Yes. Jonathan is telling me about this. He didn't do it. He just knew about it.
That thing is like
No. That's the size of the party. Not for one person. Still.
But like, even though she didn't go through all 2,000 of them, she still went through a lot of them.
Take me through there. Take me through there. I'm just being gross now. They be going in there and talking about something. Take me through there.
Okay. You ain't Nurse Jeffrey. What if Nurse Jeffrey encountered that and that's why he started singing that song?
Nurse Jeffrey would not do that.
No, not he did. He encountered the girl that did it.
An example to pray at the creche. This was my sins regarding my daughter, like my divorce, etc. Okay. And the air condition broken inside there. Ooh-wee! If the air's broke at the 2000 swinger party.
Wait, are y'all for real?
I think he's joking. I hope he's joking about the air part.
Oh, God. I would be joking with the whole thing. I wouldn't even be mad if it was a lie.
I wouldn't be mad if it was a lie either. Oh, the nativity scene. I got it now. Jonathan said he ain't joking. As my playlist just plays from the window to the wall, to the wall. I need to delete this live.
Yeah.
Can I play with your panty line? Since I'm gonna delete it, I can talk shit.
What?
That's what the song says.
No, I ain't heard that lyric now.
I promise it do.
Swear on Emily Gilmore's life.
I swear. It said, can I play with your panty line?
Your digital footprint's wild.
I know. Jonathan said, thanks for your confession. Until next time. There's Fiona.
Why does he kind of talk like a game show host?
Fiona said, Marley is listening to some dirty songs.
Is that the one with the dog or not?
That's Ilda.
Okay.
Fiona is the one that watches all the TV shows like we like Gilmore Girls, and she does too. And she's a cancer. That was Ilda.
Okay, I'm looking.
I'm reading y'all's comments. Yeah, we was asking about you earlier, Fiona. And I had to pray a specific one, our prayers. I had to do it through all of December and January. So he kind of like gives you like spiritual homework. Suck it to you one more time. Get low, get low, get low, get low, get low, get low.
Mom, I don't think you need to be exposing me to this inappropriate content.
Emily said I don't need to be exposing her to this inappropriate content. So you have to kneel at the nativity. We missed you, Fiona. I think I'm going to go to bed, y'all, because we have to get up at 6 a.m. 6 a.m. be coming early, y'all. That's why I'm never good at coming live every day. Good girls go to heaven, bad girls go to Amsterdam.
What's in Amsterdam?
I know they have like legal weed there. My dad, when he served in the army, he lived in Germany and he went to Amsterdam. Like they have like restaurants of it.
I'm going to Amsterdam.
There ain't no telling what all's there. All right. Tony said good night, Emmy.
Good night.
All right. I love y'all and thank y'all for listening. And Fiona, I'm glad you came back.
I see y'all tomorrow, hopefully, but maybe not. I don't know. I'm not going to promise. Y'all are welcome. All right. Good night. I love y'all. Bye.